What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about, as you see from the title, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lady. If you haven't watched, if you're the first time here, you're not a follower or a subscriber or a regular viewer of mine, you might want to go back and watch, if nothing else, part 2 to Does Body Count Matter? Because I'm gonna pick up off of where I ended on that. I mentioned that the author, I don't want to keep using people's names, that's not necessarily who it was, but I mentioned that the author of Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man had kind of bamboozled women and didn't necessarily, he made a lot of money, put it that way. He made a lot of money. I think at the time that it came out, women really thought they was getting some good information that would help them. And I'm sure, I never read the book, I watched the movie, but I mean, I've been around, I heard enough about it. I'm sure it helped somebody to some degree. But that's why I titled this one, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lady. Let's give an example. In the book, or I believe it's in the book, but I know it's on the movie, he speaks of the 90-day rule. And basically what that is when you meet a guy or y'all start to date a person of interest, to really force him to get to know you and date you and court you and understand how you think, understand how you operate, instead of becoming intimate so fast, which would lead to potential unnecessary emotions and feelings that early in the relationship. To avoid that, you will put him on a 90-day kind of probation period, where when he wanted to make a play, the ladies are supposed to let him know, nah, if you're interested in me, you gotta wait 90 days. And we're just having a real talk conversation here. Because I know the guys like, Professor X, what you doing? Nah. The author of that book and movie he ain't help nobody. And all I'm doing is giving information. And the reason that I'm doing it, let me go sideways for a minute, is to level the playing field of accountability. Because fellas, if y'all notice, if y'all pay attention to what a lot of women are saying, they want to blame us for everything. It takes a special woman, and this is coming from personal experience, not just from what I'm seeing in social media or hearing even out here and about. It takes a special woman to admit that they are wrong or have been wrong or erred in their judgment. It takes a special woman. It takes a special woman. I can count, man, if I've dated 5 women, I can use one finger as far as a woman who has taken any kind of accountability for if something goes wrong. Everything, as much as we want equality and all these things, it all rises and falls on a man. If it works out, the woman's going to get the credit. If it fails, the man's going to have to take the blame. It's just the way it is. So when I see and have seen women just keep blasting it, yeah, but man, they do this and they cheat and we're tired of this and that and this and that. I said, well, okay. Let's level that playing field. Let's level that. Let's see if we can get women to begin to take accountability for some of the things that has happened to them. Let's put the ball back in their court. Let's see if they have had the power to be able to make better choices that would have prevented them from getting in that kind of situation. So the movie says, you go to make a play, tell them 90 days. Well, if you listen to the video that I did, part 2 of Do Body Counts Matter, I talked about how men are hunters, how we are strategists, how we will plan, how we will analyze, how we will do whatever it takes to figure it out. So if you tell a man you have to wait 90 days and get to know me, you can't just think we met yesterday and all of a sudden, you can't just think we met 3 weeks ago. You can't just think we met a month ago in the store. We ran into each other in the mall and yeah, you look good and everything and you got a nice car and I see you got a nice job. You take care of yourself, you take care of your kids, but you can't think that we can be intimate. Now you got to wait 90 days, brother. And if you tell a man, and I know women don't even use this anymore because I'm sure they have figured out that it don't work. I'm just going backwards because I wasn't on YouTube when that book and movie came out. So I'm just going backwards, but maybe it'll still, my concept is still going to help somebody. If you tell a hunter 90 days, meet me here and you can have what you're looking for, do you really think that's going to discourage that hunter? Do you really think if you tell a strategist, you can't have me for 90 days, that's going to make him turn and run away and not want to deal with you anymore? Do you really think that that's what's going to happen? And let me add to that, do you really think that you as a woman, I'm talking to women now, is going to want to wait 90 days even though you are the one who said 90 days? Let me tell you what's going to happen. There's one or two things or both things will happen. That man will be patient for 90 days and then come back and cash in on that check because you said 90 days. And he will do everything that he needs to do for 90 days because he's a hunter and a strategist. So once you give him the deadline or pretty close to the deadline, once you have told him what it will be, you just gave us a game plan to put into place, especially if you are very attractive, especially if you look really good, especially if you're pleasing to the eye. 90 days is nothing. If a beautiful woman tell a man, you're going to have to get to know me, so I'm putting you on probation for 90 days before we can advance to the intimate level, he is not going to run away because you just gave him everything he needed to know how long it's going to take and what he got to do in order to get what he's looking for. So that's why I'm saying with the title, you don't want to use a number because that's what we're going to focus on. You're going to have, as a woman, you're going to have to pretty much go with what you feel in your gut, in your spirit, from the energy, whatever you want to call it, and use the intuition. So I put the title, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Lady. By nature, God has blessed women to have intuition that we don't have. We don't have it. That's why a woman can cheat better than a man, because a man's ego will tell him there's no way that Jill is cheating on me or would ever cheat on me because of how good I am to her, because of what I do for her, because of physically what I'm able to do for her, because of my talk game, all because of the money I spend on her. Our ego and bravado will convince us no matter what. Most men, I ain't never heard a man say, I think my wife or my girl is cheating on me. I ain't not like that. Now, if he saw something for real, then yeah, that's a different story. But I'm just talking about just out of nowhere, just a gut. I ain't never heard no man say that. But so that's why women can cheat better, because we're not looking for it. Our ego blocks that. But a woman's intuition can feel the energy of a man better than we can feel the energy of a woman. Now, act like a lady, think like a lady. So now that you have the power, because when I talked about on the video, I said, I know it sucks, but this is just the way it is. I really don't have an answer for y'all. But then I was thinking about it. No, I do have an answer. You have to use your superpower. But here's the deal. I had a friend of mine that after I made the video actually messaged me and told me that she was in a situation where she had felt like the guy, this was 20 years ago when this had happened, she had felt like the guy was cheating on her. Her intuition was going off. She ignored it because she kept wanting to prove to him that she was the best fit for him. Until one day she came home and he was in there chilling, if y'all know what I mean, grown folk, with another woman. And then that broke it. And she said to me, she said my name, she said, Professor X, I should have just listened to my intuition. And that's where I think most women get in trouble. You feel it. I'm not talking about, because I checked his phone, I checked his email. I know. I'm talking about the gift that God has given you. You feel it. It's something about the energy. You feel it. You know by the way just the way he's treating you, how he's not paying you the same kind of attention. You know. But you will override what you know. See, this is where we all have to be held accountable. The same way we have to be held accountable for hurting women and breaking and causing these emotions and causing women to have all of this baggage and feel these feelings about themselves and tearing up self-esteem and treating y'all a certain way. The same way men have to take accountability for what we have done. I'm saying we all have to have some kind of responsibility, because you all have a superpower that we don't have that tells y'all when something ain't right. And a lot of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, but I would say more times than not, depending on where you are mentally in life, you will override that superpower and still let us advance to end up hurt and to say, I knew better. And in the next relationship, you do it all over again. So we all have to take responsibility and accountability. Ladies, y'all have a superpower. Use it. There's no point in putting a date on it. There's no point in saying 90 days. So we're just going to wait. We're either going to wait it out to get it, or we're going to wait the 90 days but still do whatever we want to do. So we're waiting on you, but we're not waiting. Once again, because now we have a number to go by. Oh, for the next 3 months, I just chilled over here. So I'm waiting on you, but I'm not waiting. Y'all understand me? I may not be able to shop at this store, but I'm still going shopping. Act like a lady. Think like a lady. You can't think like a man. We're too strategic. By nature, you can't think like a man. You can understand a man. You could grow up around brothers and uncles and have an understanding of how we move. But even a lot of times in those cases, it can be overdone because you overthink the situation and think all men. So you just have to be who you are by nature. Act like a lady. Think like a lady. You have the power. You have this. We don't have the superpower. We got ego. We got bravado. We got strategy. We got muscle. We got our prowess. We got bravado. We don't have the same superpower. By the time a man realizes he's been bamboozled, it's like it's somebody showing him a video. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, come right now. Look, like we got to see it by the time, because we ain't going to believe it. When last time a man said, let me check your phone? When last time a man going to say that? You don't even hear them discussions. You know the discussions you hear, is it okay if your woman check your phone? Don't nobody say, is it okay if your man check your phone? Because that ain't something that we interested in. We feel like if you with us, you with where you want to be. We ain't going all around trying to check nobody's phone because we don't feel like you really talking to nobody. Not anything serious. I mean, we know you probably have homeboys or whatever, or guys that you talk to, but on a casual level, but we ain't thinking that you got a real situation going on in your phone. That ain't how we think. For the most part. For the most part, that ain't how we think. Like I said, I'm talking about a certain level of people. I ain't talking about the scums of life. I'm not talking about them where just anything going. I'm talking about once you get to a certain level of people and the way people think, we're not interested in that. We don't think that way. We feel like she's solid, she's secure where she's at. And we could be dead wrong. Once again, that's why women do it better. But women, act like a lady. Think like a lady. Use your superpower. After enough times of being burnt, what always happens is a woman will say, I knew it, and I ignored it. I knew it, but I thought I could change him. I knew it. I thought he would grow out of it. I knew it. Your power's been working. It's been working. It's been working. But you tell a man 90 days, and again, like I said, I know this is old fat. I don't even think nobody's saying 90 days no more. According to the comments, even what the ladies are saying, not just the men, the ladies are saying women ain't even waiting no more. Let alone 90 days. That's the women that's saying that. Nowadays, women ain't even waiting no more. But once you give a hunter a timeline, be at this address in 90 days, I'm going to give you what you're looking for. You're not thinking like a man. You just gave the answer to the test. And we're gonna play right along to show, we're gonna stay in the picture the whole time, but to show up in 90 days, get what it was that they really wanted for 90 more days, and then pop smoke, and then there go the tears and the crying, and this didn't work, and I even made him wait 90 days, so that don't work, and the book was wrong, and the movie was wrong, and what's wrong with my choice in men, and what's wrong? Because you ain't using your superpowers. So we all, again, this comes from I saw a lot of blaming going on in a lot of comments, just like on Facebook, different relationship forums. There's a lot of blame going on, and we have to take accountability. What powers do we have that could have prevented that? But I understand in the moment of passion and emotion, ladies will override their gift. But when you do, I'm saying gently as I can, if you choose to override your gift, to perceive the hunter and realize what he's up to, and you override it for your own reasons, then don't blame the hunter. You just have to say, this one's on me because of something I wanted. He was so fine. He was so this. He was so that. He was so. You got to take responsibility for that. So anyway, y'all jump on in the comments. We'll talk about it, of course. Thank you all for y'all's support. It's been a blessing. I appreciate it. And we're just getting started. Y'all be good.